There we go. It's already filming.
Okay.
Okay,
Agustin is going to check if there is a message in there.
Yeah. We don't know if there is something or what it is, but we're gonna try to find out.
You need a needle. You need a needle.
It's even like...
Yeah, you need a needle.
I think this would be big enough, but like... Wait, is it a paper actually?
Or is it part of the stone?
Yeah,
Maybe it's not a paper.
Maybe it's part of the stone, right?
It's part of the process of not knowing.
Yes, no, I think it's a paper. I think it's too small to come out.
I would say if you have a needle.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think we know it's a paper. Yeah. Like this is definitely a paper.
Okay. Nog een stukje opnemen.
Okay.
We didn't miss much, I guess.
No, we're still trying. Trying to get the message out of the bottle. Well, I'm pretty sure that there's nothing written on it. But I don't know, do I? And maybe we'll have to deal with not knowing what the message is, if there's a message. What's the meaning of this? Okay, I can't take it out. You wanna try?
No. Yeah, I can one more. Is it big enough now?
Looks like it.
Eerst even zo.
Yes. Oh yes.
Oh, there is more in it. There are two in it. Oh, wow. There is something on it. Knowledge gap. Oh, knowledge gap.
Wow.
Then we still have to get out the other one.
Nice.
Oh. I'm getting more and more anxious.
I wanna know.
It's really like a schatkaart. What is that? A treasure map?
Who's them all? Something like that. So is it like knowledge? The gap.
Hij moet er even recht voor komen. Ik moet hem toch nog even groter maken, denk ik. Dan moet ik hem eerst zo. It's turned, so it should be turned like this, and then it should be straight.
Okay. Should I try?
Yeah. Okay, you take it over.
Take him. Boom. Yeah. So we're recording. We took out of the egg the two little settles, the two little
Maps,
maps.
you could say, of thinking, and different positions on how you formulate a knowledge gap.
Yes.
I would actually say that the knowledge gap with the circle closed feels more like a gap, and the other one is more an adventure that you might permeate the gap without knowing or with knowing.
And it's interesting because I feel like it's a time thing. Like this was us before we took the thingies out, right?
Yeah,
We had like all our knowledge around it, but we didn't know what was inside.
yeah,
We kind of knew because there was this
Yeah.
small gap where we could look
Yeah.
inside and say, oh, there's a piece
Yeah.
of paper, we can take it out. And we kind of opened those gaps a bit more
yeah,
to get the knowledge out.
yeah,
So in that case, like actually the knowledge was inside, or
Yeah.
maybe it's a combination because I mean the information is inside, but the knowledge happens
yeah.
when we connect the outside with the inside. I don't know if that makes sense, but it sounds nice.
Well, in an abstract way, it maybe does. Yeah. What for me always the difficulty is, just having looked also at the lecture of Jan, that I like the process of getting the thing out. I like the abstraction, but concerning the discussion we just had about innovation or not innovation, or an innovation and experimentation, I can see the value of experimenting in pursuing to get the thing out. But once looking at this, for me it's too open almost to... I don't have it immediately like, okay, now I'm going to look different at the world. It doesn't do that really for me. It's more like a projection on, or an expectation.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
when you were saying also at this talk, this idea that like he was talking about the different things that art
Yeah.
can be,
Yeah,
and he was talking a lot about how art can be this new way of looking at something, or like this gained knowledge or perspective on it.
yeah,
And I always thought, like, I always like to make this analogy that art is a little bit like an upgrade. You know, when you think,
Yeah.
you have to think of a software and you say, okay, you upgrade something, right? So you get new information, new knowledge that gets processed in a way so the software knows how to deal with that information. So, like, you have a new way of doing and making and processing information. And I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes it kind of works like that. It's like it's little cookies or
Yeah.
little things that you take, that if it really works and you really have this experience of the viewer and the art being one and one thing, that you can then afterwards say, oh, now this oneness is this upgrade in a way, or this like, I mean, upgrade makes
Yeah.
it look very directional and very much,
yeah,
you know,
no.
better or worse, but more than better or worse, without value or judgment, it enables a new way of dealing with a certain knowledge or with certain things. Like if you would say, I don't know, to give a very bad example, but let's say people say like, hey, they watch a Rothko, they have this experience, they cry, and they've like enabled in themselves a different relation maybe to color, to say it in a way.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not just color, it's because that's the interesting thing, that it's this layers of knowledge that's very hard to define because they're like kind of connected. So it's emotionality and color and experience and maybe other things.
Yeah, a lot of other things also, status and
Yeah.
expectation.
Yeah. Cool. So
Yeah.
we're connecting very nicely the talks of today with this.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
You did mention that knowing a lot of times.
Yeah. Not to
And-
forget.
Yes. And I think we have this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think like it was really cool, this idea that you had of like opening this up,
Yeah.
you know, without breaking it, and that also kind of like opening up is kind of this idea of like let the knowledge through, which is
Yeah.
kind of what's drawn.
What's there? Yeah. And then the physical process of almost getting something out of the mouth of a sort of frog-like creature. That's probably because that's also why you don't want to destroy it, because it's beautifully made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah. So, did Anna make it?
I think so, right?
Okay.
It rings a bell from the stuff I think
Okay.
I've seen her do. It sounds to me like it's something she maybe made.
Okay.
Like from its aesthetics and materials. Like it rings a bell.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Froggy.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
cool.
Let's go to the next one. That's the
Yes.
more difficult one.
Cool. So
Simona
maybe
gave us.
I'll pause this and record it.